2020, August 23rd, 15:24 p.m. Now, hell comes into the situation several different ways. First, it comes in by way of Leonardo da Vinci helping the painter, the guy who painted the pit of hell, which was inspired by Dante. He wrote his book like 170-ish years before in the late 12, early 13s, and this was painted in about 1470, 1470 period. And Dante was inspired by the Colosseum, and the painting and Dante and the Colosseum are very reminiscent of each other, period, although trying to very desperately avoid being compared to them, because if the Vatican was any more angry, they would have sent many more units and platoon or a portion of the army to go find those three people and kill them, because as it was, they only sent a couple guys to a platoon, period. The Vatican tried to kill all three of them on at least one, if not a couple occasions, and they failed, period. But if the Vatican knew the depths of what I just said, the Vatican would have had no problem at all sending a garrison, or 5 to 10 platoons, if not 50 to 100 platoons, to find them and kill them, period. The southern wall of the Colosseum was dismantled, moved to north of what would become the St. Peter's Square in about 1540 to 1560, somewhere in there, 1570. About 50 to 60 years after Leonardo da Vinci was exiled from Rome, from Italy, period. And the Sistine Chapel was built from the materials of the Sistine Chapel from the Colosseum, even though it is partially the pit of hell in three different sources of material, it's also the materials of the great temple of King Solomon from Levant lands, Jerusalem, period, which makes things really funky and strange and weird, period. It makes things really funky, strange, and weird, period, because those materials some of the material were brought to Levant lands, Jerusalem, to be built into King Solomon's temple from the Temple of Tyre, and from various assorted temples from Egypt, from the city of Memphis, and possibly some materials from the city of IWNW, and its sister twin Janus city of Heliopolis, period, which Caligula spent a considerable amount of time in part of the family fortune, Julian family fortune, bringing the city of Heliopolis to Rome just in time for the crucifixion of Jesus, period.